Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're running PostgreSQL on Azure, you are going to want to lean in for this one. The July 2025 updates have just dropped, and they are all about making your apps faster, way more secure, and honestly, just easier to build. So let's dive right in.
So the big theme for this whole release, the real headline, is all about helping you scale smarter, perform faster, and build better. And this isn't just, a bunch of random new features. It's really about polishing the entire experience, from the moment your data comes in all the way through to your development workflow.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it down. We'll kick things off with smarter data integration. Then we'll get into some major boosts in performance and scale. After that, we'll check out some cool new stuff for all you developers out there. And to wrap it all up, I've got a quick start guide so you can put one of these awesome new features to work immediately.
All right, first up, smarter data integration. This whole section is really about one thing, making it super seamless to connect your PostgreSQL database with everything else in your Azure world, especially those critical data pipelines.
So, two really important data integration features are now generally available in Azure Data Factory and Synapse, and it's key to know which one to grab for the job. Think of the new upsert method as your go-to for simple data merging. It's perfect when you just need to easily combine new data into your tables without writing a bunch of complex logic. But when you need the heavy-duty tools for advanced transformations or custom SQL, that's where script activity comes in. It gives you all the fine-grained control you could ask for.
Now, security is always top of mind, and this next one is a huge deal. Fabric mirroring now supports private endpoints. What does that mean for you? It means you can replicate your data in near real time without ever exposing it to the public internet. This is just a fantastic way to lock down your data while still using modern replication. And trust me, your security and compliance teams are gonna love this.
And hey, while we're on the topic of security and integration, connecting Power BI just got a massive upgrade. It now fully supports Microsoft Entra ID for authentication. This is such a win because it makes managing access so much simpler and, of course, boosts your security. If you're using Power BI for reporting, this is just chef's kiss. Okay, so we've got our data flowing in securely. Now, let's talk about making things fast. This next batch of updates is all about letting you scale up, handle way more traffic, and truly serve a global audience. It's time to go bigger.
And when we talk about a global audience, we mean it. Azure's footprint is officially growing by 2 new regions. We're now online in Malaysia West and Chile Central. And this is awesome news for anyone with users in those parts of the world. Why? Because bringing your data closer to your users means less lag, way better application performance, and it makes handling data residency rules a whole lot easier.
All right, now for a really powerful feature that's in public preview, cascading read replicas. This sounds complicated, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Instead of having all your read replicas hammering your main database, you can now create a chain. A replica can have its own replicas. So what's the big takeaway? This lets you scale out your read-heavy workloads like crazy, spreading the traffic way more efficiently without bogging down your primary server.
And of course, keeping things fresh is always a good idea. Azure now supports all the latest minor versions for PostgreSQL from version 13 all the way up to 17. This just means your databases are running on the most secure, most stable versions out there, with all the latest bug fixes and performance tweaks baked right in.
Okay, let's switch gears and talk about something near and dear to my heart, the developer experience. These next updates are all about giving you new tools and little upgrades that make building and managing your apps just feel better.
Okay, this is just incredibly cool. Agentic Web with NL Web, that's Microsoft's open source project for natural language interfaces, now supports PostgreSQL. So what does that actually mean? It means you can build apps where your users can literally talk to their data. They can ask questions in plain English. This is the real deal, the foundation for building some seriously powerful conversational AI experiences.
Now, for all of you who live inside VS Code, there are a few awesome quality-of-life updates coming your way. First up, SSH tunneling is now built right into the extension. You can now securely connect to your databases sitting in private networks directly from VS Code. Yep, no more messing around with complicated workarounds. The whole authentication process has also been cleaned up. There's a new no password option that takes the guesswork out of some connections, and the error feedback is much clearer, helping you fix any connection problems way faster. And finally, to round out the VS Code goodies, the way arrays and certain characters are displayed is more reliable now. Plus, jumping from a database instance to the Azure portal is a much smoother ride. You know, it's all about sanding down those little rough edges in your daily workflow.
Phew! We have covered a ton of new features, so let's make one of them super practical. In this last section, I'm going to walk you through a quick guide to set up a really important monitoring alert that you can go and use, like, right now.
Okay, let's get hands-on. Setting up health alerts for your high availability setup was absolutely critical. It's easy. First, just go to your server in the Azure portal and click on Alerts. Step 2, create a new alert rule. Here you'll pick the signal you care about. Something like CPU percentage is a great one to start with. Step 3, you define the logic. For example, tell me if the CPU is over 80% for 5 minutes straight, and then pick what happens, like sending an email. Finally, just create the rule and you're all set. Seriously, it's a super simple process that can save you from some major headaches down the road.
So there you have it. From talking to your data with natural language, to cascading replicas, to more secure and streamlined data pipelines, this July update really puts a ton of new power right at your fingertips. All these tools are ready and waiting for you, so the only question left is, what are you going to build next?